It's a pretty good problem to have. New Brunswick's in line to receive money, a lot of money, from Canada's big tobacco companies.
So we're looking at a settlement of just over $600 million for New Brunswickers.
It's been 17 years since the province passed legislation allowing it to sue those companies for compensation for the cost of providing health care to smokers.
Tobacco companies certainly know the pain and suffering caused by the use and exposure of their products, and we believe it's time that they be held accountable.
Now, as part of a national settlement agreement, New Brunswick will receive $614 million, with $147 million due this year. So the question now is what to do with it.
This is a landmark opportunity for New Brunswick to address the leading preventable cause of disease and death in the province by allocating a significant proportion of the settlement funds to strengthen its provincial tobacco strategy.
Well, one thing that I definitely don't want to see is that this money goes into just the general coffers. I think there's certainly a temptation, and we've seen this in some of the other provinces, to use this lump sum to even out the books.
In Newfoundland and Labrador, the Liberal government applied not just this year's first installment, but all the money it will receive, $500 million over a couple of decades, to this year's budget. That cut the deficit by more than half, just ahead of a fall election.
Today we learned that the Minister of Finance actually cooked the books. So I asked the Premier, will you fire the Minister of Finance?
When you think of the size of many of the provincial government's deficit these days, several $100 million, it could be the difference between a deficit and a surplus.
So far, the Holt government has not said whether it will record the tobacco money as revenue or spend it.
Will the minister allocate substantial funding from the tobacco settlement to enhance the province's tobacco control strategy?
So we are working with our Minister of Finance and other people on how best to deploy the monies that we have collected through this settlement. So no decision yet, but thank you for your advice.
The Canadian Cancer Society wants at least 10% of the money to go to anti-smoking programs, while NB Lung wants even more of it, a majority spent that way.
No amount of settlement is going to undo the harms of years and years and years of tobacco use, but we're hoping that our government will make choices in preventative medicine and supporting those that are living with tobacco-induced disease right now.